My name is Ray Messinger, and I'm a writer. I think writing for me kind of came from a place of, like shyness. I really didn't, like talking to people that much when I was young. I might just take a chair and a journal outside in the woods and I'd just write about stuff. Getting it on paper, was relaxing, even just kind of opening to a new page and taking out the pencil, taking out the pen, what have you. That for me was a fresh start. If I had a rough day, that was a fresh start to, whatever kind of bad stuff I was going through. What I'm working on right now is I'm going to be writing a short story that's actually going to be adapted into a film. Which is cool for me because I've never, had the idea of writing something that would be put on a screen. So what I want to do for your film, for the story, is it's not going to be this huge build-up, this huge triumphant, okay, let's go, let's get the whole school together, let's go take down the bullies. He's going to be alone. Because the truth is, a lot of the times when you fight bullies, it's a one-on-one battle. It's something that you do for yourself, because if you don't do it for yourself, it doesn't really mean anything. If you got other people to do it for you, you didn't overcome anything. The film itself is going to be rustic. The story is not going to be. It's going to be shot in this wooded area, in this broken down building in my town. And it's going to be cold, it's going to be very hard to swallow for some people, because the reality is, the good guy doesn't always win. As far as the ending so far, I haven't written it. I myself, I'm still trying to figure out where this goes. And it's hard for me because, even me, I was bullied when I was a kid playing. I don't know who I want to come out on top of this. Both characters are going to have, flaws about them that I hate and flaws about them that I like. Everyone obviously wants to cheer for, the victim, but sometimes that's not how it plays out. In the, hustle and bustle of modern day life, people forget to slow down and just live for a second. Live on a path that's not necessarily set from you. It's not all about going from home to school to work to bed. At some point you've got to make time to just see what else is out there. Travel, write, make music. Talk to a beautiful girl you've never talked to before in your life. Just do something crazy. And for me, that's writing. For someone, if someone else can't relate to that, I understand that. For everyone, it's not going to be writing. For most people, it's not going to be writing. But I know people would agree with me, at least some people. And even if I die broke and alone, I'll never have to say I didn't want to do this.